find any of those descendants as of yet, not even one. Well, I wish it were me, because that land is so valuable. Wow, I can only imagine. Priceless. Okay, there's a celebrity residence coming up. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you some hints. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Let me see how good you guys are. He was a child actor in the series. Then he graduated to a very popular series throughout the 80s. Come on, folks. He lives in this building right here, the El Dorado. Okay, when I say what I'm going to say now, everyone will get it. He's a very famous director.
Ron Howard?
That's it. He lives here, Ron Howard. And actress Faye Dunaway is here also. Okay, I did promise you one of my favorite singers. And one of my favorite songs from her is called No One. I was playing that today. She lives right over here at 333 Central Park West. Well, not alone anymore with her new husband. He's building right here. 333. Okay, you know, here on Central Park West, you know, one would think that everybody on this street started out rich. No, they didn't. Now, a lot of them did, but most of them did not. Because before condominium and co-op was invented, what did people do if you didn't own a house? Paid rent. But these people paid more rent than anybody else in the city, well, next to Fifth Avenue. And when it came time for the buildings to go co-op, like take this building for example, a 3-bedroom in here might have cost you $50,000 back then, or maybe 40, and 40,000 in about 35 years. Co-op has been around, condo, right? Yeah. About 35, 40, 35. You know, and that's your home, so you really wouldn't be in a rush to sell it or leave, because that's your home. Where you're comfortable, you're not going to want to leave. Well, now these people are sitting on maybe $5 or $6 million from that $50,000, $40,000 investment for a 3-bedroom apartment on Central Park West. Okay, 96th Street. At one time, if you lived north of here, of 96th Street, oh, you were in the low end of grade end of Central Park. Wow. But if you live back this way, nice. No, really. The building right here, Park West Village, built by Harry B. Hemsley. That's the guy that used to own the Empire State Building. And, you know, his widow got all of his assets when he died. And here in New York, we call her the Queen of Me. Who's that? That would be Leona Hemsley. That's the woman who got up and went on camera and says only little people pay taxes. You know, but she didn't leave it alone. When she went into court, something happened in court, and she looked at the judge and repeated the same statement and told the judge only little people pay taxes very arrogantly. And the judge, I guess, was not a billionaire or a billionaire, so he didn't take that too lightly. And she served every last day of her sentence in jail. No getting out early. She wanted to. The judge had not even, his ears were deaf. Okay, folks, coming up is a building that was built by John Jacob Astor. At the time it was built, let me tell you, he believed that germs and microbes actually grew in corners. And a lot of the rooms were built in a circular shape, and it served as a cancer hospital for many, many, many years. And right here coming up. And, you know, it closed down. Donald Trump and Columbia University came, fixed it up. And there were a lot to it. Because I grew up on this block here, 105th Street. And let me tell you, when I was younger, this thing here was vacant. Everything was up in here. Drug addicts, raccoons, possums, everything from the park used to settle in this building here. And my building was right next to it. And I was coming home one night. And you know, there's like that, you go down, go through the door, but then on the rooftop, it's low. And I'm coming in one night, and the light was on. We had a light in the front. And I'm coming in, and I see little shiny eyes looking at me. And I look back up, and I see some claw hanging over. It was a raccoon. Let me tell you, I don't know who got out of there first. I must have got inside the door within seconds, fiddling with the keys, and he probably He went one way, I went the other way. I think I might have won the race. I got out of his way as quickly as I possibly could. I was very scared. But look at it now. You know, these buildings units sold for millions of dollars. And then Donald built this tower in the back. The singer Brian McKnight occupies a unit in here because he used to live back a few blocks over on 110th Street. Look over here on your left side. See where those flower pots are in front of this house right here?
Yeah.
That's the former home of Duke Ellington. And if you look at the street sign over here on your left side, the street sign is named in his honor, Duke Ellington Boulevard. Watch your heads on the right side. Okay, the word Manhattan as we know it is actually called Mannahatta, according to the Algonquin Indians. It means island of many hills, and we're seeing some hills now. Not too big of a hill, but in about 5 minutes we're going to see a hill that goes down and comes all the way back up. The further you go up in Manhattan, the hills get very steep, some serious hills, particularly up by the Cloisters, 181st, 191st, 95th Street.